Hi, friends, it's me, a bowl of cherries. And I'm just here because New Year, same me. Here we go. So, just jump right in here. So, my circumstances are that I can do a one take, I can do a live stream, I can do all this kind of stuff, but what I can't do is edit videos anymore. And rather than talk about the many setbacks and frustrations that I've been experiencing, what I'd like to talk about, starting off, jumping right off the bat here, is some triumphs, some celebrations. So the first thing that happened for me recently that I'm just like, woo, is I was able to go in and finish a project in the recording studio recently that I've been working on for a long time. It's part of an overarching project, but it's also going to be something that I'm going to be able to sing and perform live really soon. So that's going to be exciting. When I have more footage and stuff of that to show, I'm going to be sharing that. And for this new year, I just was like, what am I going to do? I've been feeling very down. I've been feeling very like everything I do is just not worthwhile. I've been feeling very like, what's the point of it all? And so this year, I think that what I'm going to do is what I can do. What I can do is sit in camera and talk. So, what we're going to do today is just kind of what I think I'm going to be doing with my channel here for a little bit. And let's just talk about stuff. So, let's get into her. So, um, I'm doing good. I've got stuff going on. I've um, oh, just, oh, I look great. Mm. Anyways, what has happened recently? I went and saw a movie for the first time in like 5 years. We went to a pre-screening of Wicked. Me and my boyfriend were like the only ones there with our masks on. Everybody wear a mask when you go out. Take care of yourself. Um, but that was fun. That was like a little adventure for me, and so now I'm just wearing a little green cut crease, not doing the most like the rest of you girls. Anyways, yeah, I'm all right. I'm doing good, but everything has just been like climbing Mount Everest. So even doing this today, I'm just like imperfect, stumbling, climbing Mount Everest. Here we go. So today, for me, the thing that I would love to acknowledge, celebrate, and recognize is that this is the official ceasefire in Gaza Day, and I would just like to shout out every Palestinian ever. That's it. Um, Big momentous day in history, and hopefully that it is something that builds to a lasting future. And I just want to give a minute and kind of like how I guess have a moment of silence. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I just kind of feel like the ceasefire today is not the ending of what we need to do. This is really the beginning in many ways of the many ways that we can support our Palestinian brothers and sisters. Um, and I just want to honor and acknowledge that today is the official ceasefire. So here we are. That's a great day. Today also happens to be the day that the TikTok ban was enforced. I woke up to know TikTok, which was the main spreader of how people started learning about Palestine and how people were learning about COVID and how people were getting information in a lot of different ways on the dancing app, right? Um, and then to find out later that TikTok is still here is kind of crazy. So there's, welcome to everybody that's on YouTube now. And hey, so yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'm just gonna get on YouTube and start talking about stuff more. And maybe people one day will send me makeup or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, but I'm gonna be sitting here talking on this channel about my life, about me. I've got a series about kind of stories about myself and my life. I've got a series about COVID. I want to talk about trash TV. It's going to be like trash TV Tuesdays, that kind of gig. You know what I mean? I feel like it'll be like get in drag, talk about a topic that day, uh, type of vibes. And for me, I feel like just getting on talking, doing a little one shot, doing a little, hey, what's up? How are you? I think is going to be the way that I'm going to be interacting with social media for the next little while. So if you want to stick around for some TV, if you want to stick around for, we're going to be talking about Drag Race for sure. I definitely was doing hits and pits in the past, although I don't have the capacity to edit like I did before. Um, I do have the capacity to look great. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Drag Race. We're going to be talking about TV, Real Housewives Salt Lake City. Uh, Challenge just ended and is going to wrap up. Like, there's all sorts of stuff. House of Villains. Traitors. The Traitors. Bob the Drag Queen is on the Traitors. I love Bob the Drag Queen. And Bob the Drag Queen wrote a book and is coming out with the book. I want to do, like, book club Wednesdays or something where we talk about a book and discuss it. And I don't know how it's gonna be to interact in this way, but if you're gonna join me, I would love it if you join me. And speaking of that, the book that I'm gonna start off this with is the book that I have just recently got, and that is The Viral Underclass by Stephen Thrasher. And he is a professor at Northwestern, and he teaches journalism, and he has been very outspoken about Palestine in the last year, but he also wrote this book about the ways that viruses, and in this book we're talking about COVID, but we're also talking about HIV, um, the way that viruses shape our society, the way that viruses kind of impact our public policy, all this kind of stuff. It's not light reading, but it also is written in such a glorious way that he really tells the story of the people that he's talking about in such a way that really draws you in. And he says even in the book that you need to grab a tissues and because of the things you're going to read. And you do. I read the first chapter or two and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. But I would love to talk about this book, and I would love for everybody to read this. For me, this is like, I haven't even finished yet, but this is like canon. This is like what we need to be talking about. This is like how we build the future. And yeah, so if you want to join me on my book club Wednesdays, or I don't know what day it's gonna be, I don't I getting in drag sometimes, just even getting like this to sit here and talk about whatever, just my amazing drag that we're in right now, but like sometimes it's like climbing Mount Everest. So sometimes even just getting in drag, sitting here talking to the camera is just so it's like harder than anything I've ever done before. So like I'm gonna be just getting up here. I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be getting dressed. I'm gonna be having my fabulous dressing room behind me that I have crafted together. And we're gonna be talking about books. We're gonna be talking about literature. We're gonna be talking about current events. We're gonna be talking about things going on. So, anyways, what else do I have to talk about? In the same vein as the ceasefire being the official day is today, Sunday. I think it's the 19th. I have not known what day it is for years, so I think it's Sunday the 19th. Um, Something that I want to share that I have been working on over the last year or 15 months or so, um, under my professional name of William Richardson. I know that people don't be sharing their names when they're trying to do drag, but my name has been my professional name my entire life. So I worked on a piece, Ashtar Theater in Ramallah in Palestine in the occupied West Bank. Issued out a call for this Palestinian Day of Solidarity with the United Nations. They last year in 2020, 2 years ago in 2023, they issued a call for people to perform the Gaza Monologues, which were written by teenagers in 2010. So these teens wrote these monologues, they developed it. The pieces were performed by other actors at the United Nations and all around the world. And in this last year or so, the Gaza Monologues have been performed in countries around the world. They've been performed. What I did is I organized a group of people online, 35 different actors from coast to coast, and an amazing drag artist who did our visuals for the poster. We came together to tell the stories of these kids from 2010. and that is playing on YouTube. It's in the now at in the now shows on YouTube. If you want to take a look at that, amazing actors telling the stories of these kids from 2010 and 2014. And what I've been working on more recently is the authors of Gaza Monologues. 19 of the original 35 authors have written new monologues as of November of 2024. So the new Gaza Monologues are coming out as soon as I can get them done. As soon as we can get everybody together and make that happen. But the reason that we're trying to tell these stories, the Gaza Monologues were from these group of students who were teenagers in 2010. The around 20 people who wrote new monologues in 2024. This is the same group of students. So they, from 10, 14 years ago, 15 years ago now, it's 2025. They wrote their stories about their life then, and then they wrote the stories about over a year of enduring and living through genocide. I'm kind of getting like, ooh, their stories are so, like, some of them are like, these are my final words to the world, like they kind of are acknowledging that they might not be here anymore. It just is so like, and as for me, the person that was like working on this and doing this stuff, like I feel like I've come to know the authors of the pieces so well, and it's just been so harrowing to kind of be so involved in sharing their stories and to kind of be hearing them over and over. But their new monologues that they wrote, they're all around 30 years old now. So young millennials, old Gen Zers, all that kind of gig. These are our theater colleagues in Palestine. These are our drag counterparts in Palestine. Like, I don't know, they're not getting drag like that. It's not like that. But these are our artist colleagues, and they're sharing their stories. And so for me, sharing the Gaza monologues, sharing the stories to the world, but also sharing to people that if I'm coming around as a drag queen and I'm shaking around my little tip bucket, what I'm going to have is links below to global giving. This is the foundation where Ashtar Theater, who I worked with, and the authors of the Gaza monologues, there are fundraisers for them below, where you can donate directly to the authors of the Gaza monologues. You can donate to Ashtar Theater. The information will be below. And you can also check out our readings of the Gaza monologues at In the Now shows here on YouTube. And if you would support us by subscribing on YouTube, or if you'd support us by sharing the monologues, or if you'd support us by sharing their fundraisers to help the people, that's what I'm going around today, shaking the tip bucket for. Today's the ceasefire. I want to help the authors of the Gaza monologues make a couple bucks. If you have even $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, I don't need $4, $5. I don't need $10, $20. What I need is for everybody to share in one of the links below, and to not only share in your social networks, but to share your dollars, open your wallets, help these people that now more than ever, even though a ceasefire has been reached, that's the first step. Now more than ever, Palestinians, people in Gaza need our help. And so that's what I'm here to do today. We're just going to be talking about stuff. We're going to be talking about this, that, and the other. I'm going to be sharing stories. I'm going to be sharing this, that, and the other. We're going to be raising funds for people. We're going to be doing different things. I have some different cool projects that are coming up that I think are going to be fun to share. And I think that for me, if I have a New Year's resolution, which I don't, it would be just the consistency with which I'm able to even do something like this, which is just get dressed and talk with you here today. So I hope that you're doing well. I know that we're headed into some turbulent times. Be well. Please wear a mask when you're in public spaces. That's going to be the best thing you can do for your health and your well-being. I know that it's crazy. I know that it kind of puts everybody's like, oh, why are you wearing a mask? But like, take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your instrument, take care of the people in your household, take care of the people in your community, take care of disabled people in society. Wear a mask. Go ahead and share one of these links below. I'm not, like, comment, and subscribe if you want, but I'm just going to be doing this. This is one take, a bowl of cherries for a little while. Free Palestine, and Nobody asked me to do this. Bye.